Hello, fabulous Aries. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of May 2015, General Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. This month has a very strong financial focus for you. So there's lots of you paying attention to money, money matters, and money in many different respects. So at the beginning of the month, we have a full moon taking place in a part of the sky for you that has to do with other people's money. So that has to do with dealing with financial institutions. That has to do with grants, loans, bursaries, insurance payments, benefits, tax returns. It does look like for some of you out there where the situation applies, you are sort of rushing to get your taxes done. But I think that there will be some good news. This full moon is quite positively aspected. It looks like there's a little bit of an overreach happening for some of you out there. You might be going for a loan or a grant or applying for something that you know that you don't really qualify for. You know that you're smudging a little bit of the facts to try and get, but it looks like overall, ultimately, it is a power move and it is empowering you to move in a direction of acquiring the resources you need so that you can do something that you really do want to do. Whether that involves financing a dream, financing a home, financing an opportunity or an idea that you have, all of that very much on offer. It looks like you are reaching out and you are asking for the help that you need. For some of you out there, as I said, there might be a little bit of an overreach. You might be reaching in directions that aren't really the places where the money is going to come from. But when I see such a strong financial focus really right out of the gate this month, it does suggest to me that the money you need is going to be there. So even if there's an ask in the wrong place, in the bigger picture, it does look like the resources are there, you are well cared for, and there very well might be, for some Aries out there, the financial gift that shows up for you. Somebody that you thought maybe wasn't really approving of what you're doing might actually surprise you when you come to realize that actually what you are doing is being observed, is being validated, that you actually are very well cared for in directions that you least expected it. As we get towards the middle of the month, we have a new moon taking place. It's also in a financial part of the sky for you. However, this time it has to do with money that you actually earn. And it has to do with spending. So it has to do with earned income, but also the money that you are spending. And at this particular new moon, it does look like you are having to summon resources. You're thinking about how can I make more money? How can I finance what it is, whether it's something you want to do or something that you want to buy. A part of you is wondering how you're actually going to finance that endeavor. There might be a little bit of a disconnect where what you really want to do, the fullness of what you really want to do, and your belief in your ability to actually get you there to actually manifest that. And so what I mean by that is it might be that you want something and feel like you don't have enough money for it, feel like you're trying to rack up some overtime hours, trying to work into overgear or overtime, if you will, for a specific purpose. But for all that, it might also feel, a part of you might feel like, okay, what do I have to do? What can I do in order to summon the resources that I need to meet, whether it's an expense, but it may just be a want is what it looks like. It's not necessarily something you need, but there might be a want that you are thinking is grand and you are wondering how it is that you're going to meet that expense, where it is that you can actually give, put in the effort, put in the energy to receive something back in return. So it does look like overall there's a little bit of scrambling again. And so when I look at this continued theme, overreaching, wanting, ultimately making positive changes, moving yourself in the right direction and being motivated to do that. And also, when I do see such a strong financial focus, it does suggest that the money you need is there. I want to say to you, there's going to be a real need for some of you this month, and your energy would be very well spent this month if you can calm any kind of doubt that might be there. Calm that part of you that might worry if you are able to meet the resources. Calm that part of you that is putting pressure on yourself as well. And this looks like an especially dominant energy, especially in the beginning of the month. You're kind of entering this month with a sense of pressure on you with a sense of being aware of time, of what it is that you either want to do or something that you're trying to sort of tie up the loose ends, and you're trying to get agreements into place as well. But for all that, if you can instead focus on what you do have power over, do your best and surrender the rest, you're going to find that the universe really is very abundant. And all the things that you do need have a way of falling into place quite perfectly for you this month. What I love about this month for you is that in the process of all this money focus, you are also getting the chance to heal something very deep within you, something within you that is asking you to get clear on the value of what you believe you are giving. And if you can clear up any emotional blocks, because that is some really valuable work, you'll be able to seize opportunities that are likely to come this month. And there will be new financial opportunities, particularly in the middle of the month. Strive to be yourself and strive to stay centered through the changes that come now. And you'll certainly find yourself seizing a moment for advancement. Again, in the middle of the month, a moment of advancement, a moment to create greater prosperity for yourself will show up, and you will meet it with great grandeur and great success as well.